What's good, everybody? We got a ton to talk about today. Welcome to the show. I'm your co-host, Gorilla. This is my we've never done this. This is Ash. We got a ton to talk about, dude. There's some really good action for NFTs. There's also the Friend Tech airdrop that just happened. I should have actually renamed the stream to maybe I'll do that on my YouTube to include the Friend Tech thing. Welcome everybody to the audience. We got Kane, we got Panda One, we got Rick Star, we got my house Graham in the audience. How you doing, Ash? I just woke up. Okay, I woke up 10 minutes ago. I thought Friend Tech was delayed until Sunday, and then you hit me with the no, dude, it's live. Go claim. You claimed last night though.
Yeah, dude. First of all, what's up? I'm in a really good mood today, so we'll start it off with that. I'm feeling good, even though I actually woke up like 30 minutes ago. Like for real. Like I basically woke up and immediately DM'd you. Yeah. So like last night I was on a call with Alex's building, and we were just like shooting the shit. We were just talking, and then I saw a ping that it went live, and the Friend Tech. I don't even know if you saw this or anything. The coin opened at like $25.
That's
Like
crazy.
it was really, really high. So it opened super high. And it was like this thing where like you could hit claim, but it wouldn't work. Like the app just did not work at all. And you had to add like the friend like token to the LP to be able to claim. It was just like a whole thing. And so I ended up sitting on my phone on my couch back there for 2 hours, not only trying to claim my 10%, but then you had to follow people and join a room so that you could claim the rest, which I did, but I couldn't claim the rest last night, which I did this morning, and then I ended up selling it. So in total, from my 2,500 Friend Tech points, I made $4,000.
Let's go, dude. Yeah.
Out the door, totally claimed, totally done. Yeah.
And now you're deleting the app.
Yeah. I'm gonna withdraw and delete the app for sure.
So I'm trying to claim mine. I have 6,000 something points. I'm trying to claim it. I claimed the 10%, but it doesn't recognize that I joined. I joined like 3 clubs. It doesn't recognize that I joined a club, so I'm just waiting.
Well,
But
what's the issue?
the app. I don't know.
I know, but like, what step are you on?
Oh, join a club. It says incomplete. Join a club.
Yeah, I created one.
Yeah, I created one and I joined 2, and it's just like, nah,
Yeah,
you gotta join a
yeah.
club.
It took me a while. So, yeah, I think patience is the big thing there. But yeah, honestly, I know that this happened last night. We can yeah, I was gonna pull up some tweets because I know that there was some stuff that happened. But yeah, dude, Dingling, his bag last night was worth $2 million at the price that I sold, basically. No, more. Like over 2
Yeah,
million.
1, 2, 3, 3.5. Around 2. Yeah, roughly 2 mil.
That's so
Yeah,
crazy, dude. Yeah. So here's my question to you. Now that this is done, now that the Friend Tech airdrop has happened, do you think that people are going to use this app, or
No.
do you think that nobody's going to care about Friend Tech anymore?
I don't think anybody cares, to be honest. I find it really weird that, they had 6 months, they made how many millions in fees, and they still don't have, unless I just missed it, they still don't have like a app in the App Store. It's like we're at least on iPhone, maybe on Android they do. But let me actually go to the Friend Tech Twitter. It's the app that you have to add to your home screen. It's having so many issues. Of course, right now everybody is going nuts, trying to claim their airdrop. There's a ton of users, but I feel they should have used this to launch their app, and it would have just been better overall. But I mean, who's been using Friend Tech outside of farming the airdrop? And they're giving us 100% of the airdrop day one. So unless they have some secret plans, I mean, they should have pulled a Pac-Man and Blur and like held us hostage and being like, oh, you want this? You want this money? Well, you got to do all these steps next. Not just like, hey, join a club and then you get 100% of your airdrop. Like, that's useless. They should have held us hostage for another 6 months.
Do you remember last bull run when like all the airdrops were just free? Like it was like you just woke up and you just got it.
Yeah, like SOS and Looks Rare, and it was based on your trading history.
Yeah. dude, SOS was the best one. I made so much money on that. And it's like those days are so gone. All you had to do basically was just exist and have all you had to do is like trade a little bit. Like that was it. As long as you traded, you were getting the airdrops.
Yeah.
But to answer my own question, uh, I personally think that Frentech is cooked. A lot of people are not happy with the founder. From what I saw, like people are like legitimately going after him, and I never thought the app was good to begin with. I never thought that the idea was that great, and now everyone's already doing the fantasy thing on Blast, which I know that we're going to talk about like a little bit, and people seem to enjoy that more. And it's just like, yeah, I don't see why people would use it. I agree. Like, they should have either vested it for, because like exactly like you said, I'm planning on withdrawing all of the ETH out of my Frentech app and quite literally deleting it now. And that's
Yeah.
it.
The whole intern on Twitter thing, like it was funny sometimes, but I think it really hurt them. Like it just made a lot of people mad. Like they were attacking other SocialFi apps. They're like laughing about the whole airdrop thing. They stealth airdropped it. I think they just created a lot of enemies in the space.
Yeah, I just don't think that they approached really any like it feels super unprofessional.
Hmm.
Like that's how I would put it is that like it feels like your typical web3 product. Like your typical web3 like let's meme it, let's go on Twitter and let's make a joke out of it and like I think one of the big reasons too why people didn't like it is because the app always sucked.
Yeah.
It always sucked. Like
Yeah.
that's one of the major things. It just never worked.
It doesn't feel like like I said, they didn't invest in launching an app. It doesn't, they changed the UI, but people would complain and to be fair, I remember when Facebook changed their UI a few times and they got rid of, certain features, a lot of people would complain and then they realized like, oh, this is actually better. That happens a lot because you're used to something. You don't want to have to relearn it, but it just feels, even today, I was pissed that the UI was not working in a certain way. I'm like, where did everything go? It's all gone. All the little tabs that you can click. Yeah, dude, I feel they didn't. They had something and they didn't capture it. And I don't know. The founder, I feel he could be like a hero in the space. Look, I did lose some money trading, but I'm getting more money than I put into the app. So it's good. I appreciate it. So thank you, Frentech, for the free airdrop. But at the same time, I feel they had something, they could have captured it. They didn't. And yeah, just they had something, the founder could have acted different. What they're doing on Twitter could have been different. The app, they could have put in a lot more effort. And like you said, now everybody, let me pull it up, is talking about, I mean, it does help that everybody's farming Blast. I was talking, I forget who, like Easy. I was like, dude, why didn't we just launch a casino or some? It's so easy to get users if you have a decent DApp on Blast because everybody's trying to farm gold. So it's like, why didn't I just launch something and then I'd have free users and then I could do a raise with VCs? Cause I'm like, look how many users I have. But yeah, everybody's farming this. Have you started playing this?
No. No, I haven't.
Okay, I just opened a couple of packs, so I don't have anything crazy, but I really like how this works. You collect card packs of approved like content creators or influencers on Twitter, and then there's going to be tournaments. I think there's one that's live. It's going live in one day, and you enter your deck, and the power of your deck is based off of people's influence, how many views they're getting on their tweets. So I'd have to relook into how it works, but this number, when I first got Frank, this was like 500. Now it's 600. So as his engagement goes up, the power of your cards are going up. And what DJs are doing, dude, is they're botting people's tweets to increase the power and the value of their card, which I think it's
Which
gonna
can be
unless.
bad.
Sorry.
Which can be bad. That can be really bad for like a creator.
Yeah, if you're getting bought, it can actually hurt you. But it's pretty funny that they're like a GM. It's raining again in Dubai, and he got 650K views on a
Super
weather
funny,
tweet. Yeah,
but it's
but
also like super sketch.
yeah, it can hurt the creator because now Twitter might think like, oh, you're botting, and they might hurt him.
Like imagine getting banned on Twitter because of that. Like I do like this. I agree. And I did see that too. I saw that like people were getting botted, but like my big fear is like, for example, like let's say that you had a card, right? And you
Mhm.
started getting botted. Like what would you do? Like would you not feel sketched? I would. I'd be like, "What the hell, dude?"
Yeah, I guess, the engagement, it's probably a short-term, good feeling, like a little dopamine rush, like, "Oh, my tweets are getting engagement." Then you all of a sudden, your tweets are getting, like, 100K views, and you're like, "Wait a minute. I'm not this popular."
Yeah.
But it's funny, I see no sales on a lot of these cards. I did see some people, talk about buying and selling them, but I think it's more for the commons. These are all the rares, like, you can combine your cards to make them more rare and I guess increase the power. But I wish there was like they need to improve this marketplace.
So,
Um,
can we zoom out a little bit on this? Like on Blast in general?
sure.
So, what's your thought on Blast farming overall? We had Jen on last week.
Yeah.
I finally got into this and I finally started like farming a little bit. And I'm going to be very honest when I tell you that, like, to me, it is. I know that there's a lot of passive stuff that you can do, but it feels very hard at this point. Like, I feel very late. Like, people
Yeah.
say that you're not late, but like, I feel late.
Yeah. Wait, I just want to address one thing somebody brought about Kane brought up about Frentech. Who's gonna buy their token? Very good point, dude. I don't know who's buying Frentech except as a speculative trade. That's the only one. I get what you're saying about feeling late, dude. I think it's because we missed the second gold airdrop.
Yeah.
So, but there's more. There's a bunch more coming. Even if you look at the multipliers, there's only 3 multipliers that have been released. They showcase 12 here. So I think there's plenty of time left. So I've just been doing. I want to make a video about it and everything, but I don't want to. I feel like a LARP because I haven't been farming it. So I'm just trying to experience everything. I've gotten points from most things, not gold, except for the money I lost on sports betting. I got some gold. Whoopee. So I've just been, yeah, dude. Just been testing stuff out. Like, Wasabi's really easy. You literally just deposit money in there. Same thing on Thruster. I did a pair of like 2 different versions of ETH. So like I'm not going to get I forget the word, not liquidated, but whatever the word is. And then you go deposit in Hyperlock. Spacebar is super easy. You literally just log in once a day. You click, you get points, and then they have a little game where you have to find people who have a similar PFP to you, and you join their group, their club. There's a lot of easy ones. The one I've been playing the most is YOLO Games, which is gambling. And I'm a little down, nothing crazy, but we were showing Legendary's tweet. Oh, it's gone now. Like, dude, the guys, I see him joining a lot of these YOLO spin the wheels, and he's crushing it. He's up like 12 ETH or something. We were chatting about YOLO.
Who?
Some people are going in. Legendary.
So just straight on gambling on it?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's straight. It's straight. Let me open it up.
No, I know what it is. I'm
Yeah,
just, well, I mean, for anybody that may not, but like,
yeah. So this is the wheel, which we all know from Looks Rare. But there's other games. Like, dude, I play this with my friend from my server. It's poke the bear. So here there's 2 spots. So we would join this right now because there's 2 spots. It's literally you each take a turn poking the bear, and he's gonna wake up and kill one of you, and the rest of the people get your money. I've seen this guy. It's funny because you see the same people over and over and over again, and then you see how many times they die. It's straight gambling, dude, and the odds are against you, but it's fun. Like we're both screaming at the screen. Then there's Moon or Doom, which is just guess if it's going to be higher or lower than the last price within a minute or within like 45 seconds or whatever.
is
So this is
this,
straight gambling.
dude, I want to do this.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. I've been doing it, and look, I'm at 70K points. Like, if you go hard, you get a lot more points. You can also complete all these things, but this is for like true degens.
How
But
do
if
you get
you're
gold?
so your points, I guess, are going to be. I haven't gotten gold from it yet, but they still have a lot of gold to give out. 500,000 gold to give out. That's for phase 2. So I guess I missed it. So I'm waiting on I guess, phase 3, and you get points. So I think they allocate points based on their leaderboard and where you rank in their leaderboard. So
Mm.
I'm rank. I don't know. It just says 999 plus. So I got to get in the top here, which is hard. I'm gonna have to put in some, real money or get extremely lucky winning stuff. Um, Here, somebody says Fahad saying Fantasy's giving 222,000 gold in their tournaments, which will make up so far. Okay, yeah, because fantasy just went live, right? So that one we're not too late. So if you joined fantasy, I mean, I haven't bought any cards, and it's pretty expensive to buy packs. It's 0.27 right now. The ideal was if you join this on the test net and you played around a little bit, you were given packs at a discount. So I only got 2 packs at a discount, and now it's pretty expensive. But if some of the cards I hold, like my Frank I don't know if it was selling, but it was at 0.2. So just pulling a Frank, it covers a big cost of the pack. So I think there's going to be something behind this, especially as they start to distribute gold and people see how much they can make for getting in the tournament. We could see some card prices go up, and there's a way to, if like X person's going to be releasing a token or NFT project soon, the value of his card is going to be going up, because we know if I say right now, like, should I launch an NFT, I'm going to get a crazy engagement because everybody's going to be simping for whitelist. So there's a way to play around it based on your knowledge of people on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't think that opening packs is really the play.
You think
right?
buying cards in secondary?
Yeah, because the packs are super risky. Like, I've seen a lot of people that have opened packs and like
They got garbage.
Yeah, they've gotten nothing. So I think the packs maybe not. I don't know. I need to do like a little bit more. I need to do
testing, dude. We're gonna have to put in money. That's what it's gonna take. Instead of buying packs, buy common cards on Marketplace and make your top team. Yeah.
Is there a way to move this notification bar like the thing?
The
like
text?
whenever, yeah. Is there a way to move that?
Oh, because it's on you. Hey, I could do this if you.
I'm just thinking about for future clips. That's all.
I have no idea. I'd have to check it out in the settings.
So yesterday I started farming Blast on Blur. There were a couple things. So I did it. So first of all, there's a couple things. I put like 12 ETH into Blast. I put 7 ETH into Wasabi, just straight staking. And then I also, if you look on the Wasabi, I mean, you could pull this up if you want, but like on the Wasabi site, you can also stake Pac-Moon and you can get a 3x like multiplier. So I've kind of been considering that, because this is my question. Is there another token? Is there, like, what would you say is like the best token on Blast?
Yeah, I guess the one that everybody likes is Pac-Moon.
Is there even like because in my mind, the Pac-Moon token is at a $22 million market cap. It's the only coin that anybody talks about. You buy it, you can stake it and get 3x multipliers in Wasabi. I'm thinking about just taking like 3 ETH and just buying the Pac-Moon token, doing that. And then I also tried farming Blast last night on Blur. Nightmare, dude. I'm telling you this right now. It is quite literally the most stressful thing if you don't have a bot.
You're talking actually trading NFTs?
Talk about bidding.
Oh.
Being a Blur bidder. Because, dude, there's so much gold that is being offered up to bidders.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like it's $2 million worth. I don't remember or whatever. Like, supposedly there's a ton of gold. A ton of gold is being offered. And the thing is like, you don't even have to farm that many things, because it's like Pluto cats, Blastopians, and then 2 million gold. This guy said it. And then the crypto valleys, like those are basically like the only ones that you would farm anyway. The issue that I had is that I had a bid out on Pluto cats last night and I couldn't like remove it. Like it wouldn't let me remove it. And even though I kept clicking cancel, I don't know if it's because it was on Blast or whatever the situation was, but dude, I was going to lose my mind, because those are like kind of expensive.
Yeah, you have to pull your ETH basically from the pool.
You have to be watching it so much, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know how, I don't know about you, but this kind of goes to like anybody. You know how like in your free time, like, you'll write a script or like, you'll respond to messages. Dude, when I was blur bidding last night, it was like last night for like the whole day, like the past, like, so the entire afternoon, I literally spent like 6 hours on Friend Tech and on Blur, like farming Blast. And I felt like yesterday was the most unproductive day. And not gonna lie, I was having like a moment where I was like, dude, my life is over. Like actually, I was like, I hate what I'm doing right now. I was like, why am I doing this?
Just close Blur, bro. Stop farming Blast and Frentech. Just go back to your schedule. But I mean, if that's what it takes, dude. So I had bought some Blastopians, but I traded them already. I had put them into Wasabi because you could also stake NFTs into Wasabi, and then they become fractionalized. So I had done that for Blastopians, and then for they went up, so I ended up flipping them, and they might still go up. But I think Blast is just going to add more and more rewards for NFTs. That's what I think is going to happen. Right now, it's Blastopians and a couple others, and then there's a bunch that are just at 0. Like I don't know why New Blast City has 0, and then I know people were farming things like Pack Wrecked, and I believe they like nerfed it. They took away some of the rewards or something, or your ability to farm it. Everybody was just wash trading it. But yeah, I mean, it's finally here, and I do feel it's underwhelming. There's only, like you said, a few collections that actually could take advantage of it. So I don't know. I haven't, other than the trading that I did, like front running this. I haven't been too interested in farming the gold here, because it's it's blur bidding all over again, which I've done. I had a bot, and some of the bots work really good. Unless a whale comes in and nukes 150, then the bot can't do anything. But some of these bots, dude, as you're bidding, as people are buying, and this bid wall disappears, it'll automatically remove your bids for you, put a new bid at like you can set it like, hey, I always want to be 2 bids under the top bid, and it'll constantly check, and it'll either bid more or remove your bid and rebid at a lower level. And then even if these bots are pretty good, I was using compass.art, like it's a tool from the old, I don't know if they added blur or blast. I don't know if they added blast into their bot, but it was a really good bot, so I got to check it out again. I still have their NFT, so I still have access. But yeah, there's the bidding, and then if it buys something, it'll automatically list it for you at a appropriate level. So there's some really good tools out there that just automates it for you. And yeah, if you're spending your time just constantly bidding, and because it's just like a meme coin, dude. When you buy a meme coin and you go to sleep or you leave your house, and then you're like, oh, what did I do? And then it's down 40%. Like you can't leave your computer. You need a bot. So it's going to be the same thing here as these things get volatile. I mean, Blastopians in general is holding up relatively well. It's bouncing between 0.25 and 0.3. So this one's fine. But if all of a sudden Pac Moon's like, yeah, you know what? No more gold for Blastopians. Like that, this is going to nuke to 0. So you just have to be careful. You have to be on it.
I think I'm gonna look for a bot.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna
check out Compass. I know the founders. I'll message the Compass guys and see if they added support for, because their bot is really good and it's super easy to use.
And like my thing is that I don't want to go super hard on it, right? Like if I get a bot and I can put in, like I was just playing with 3 ETH.
Yeah,
right. Like I was
it's
just
more
like,
than enough. Hey, it's more than
I
enough.
was like, whatever, like I'll do this for a little bit, like I'll watch it. The issue that I had is like, dude, I was having so many issues yesterday. Like I placed that bid and I kept canceling it and it just would not cancel. And the floor was nuking. Like it was really bad. But yeah, it's being farmed. I feel like it's being under farmed, honestly. Like if you think about how much gold they're getting. So yeah, definitely let me know. I think that we should consider that. That'd be cool.
I think a lot of people also just don't. They're looking at all these collections and they're overwhelmed. They're just like, what is all this stuff? What does it do? A lot of them went down, like Crypto Valleys is down. I mean, I had bought some New Blast Cities. I've sold for a slight loss. I could have sold for profit, or not even, I sold for pretty much break even. I could have sold for profit. I held them, and I guess they're not getting gold. So now they're back down to 0.05, but people are still holding them for whatever reason. I mean, I like the team. The teams, I had a call with them. They're super cool guys. But if they're not getting gold, like I think people are just, they don't fully understand how the gold works, how the gold distribution works for NFTs. And yeah, they'll either traded them, but yeah, this is going to take a bit of research into it. That Blastopians chart looks hilarious. Yeah, the way it pumps and then moves and all the farmers and it dumps.
So,
but it's holding up really well.
So Blast, I feel like we've done a lot there. Do you want to talk about any of these other things?
Yeah, you know, for sure. Let's go through the list. I just wanted to. One thing you said was you're thinking of buying Pac Moon and staking it into Wasabi. The issue here is you're dealing with the volatility
It's
of Pac
risky.
Moon.
It's
Yeah,
risky. Yeah, that's the thing. You're totally right. Like, and I was talking to some friends about this last night, is that you're basically like the question is, are you bullish on the token? If yes, then do it. Right? Like that's if because the way that I view this is I've talked to Lambo, right? They did their season 3 of their points. Price went up afterwards, right?
it seems to
Like
always go up.
yeah, and I think one of the reasons why it's going up is because so much like if you go back to Wasabi, go look and see how much where is it? There's 2,980 ETH worth of packs staked.
Yeah,
Like
you're not getting
okay,
any APY, but or APR they call it, but yeah, you're farming gold.
yeah, you're doing it for the gold. So like let's do some quick math. So let's just say 3,000 ETH times 3,000 that's 9 million. That means that 45% of the fully diluted market cap is being staked in Wasabi. Am I
Wait,
right on that?
9 million. The fully diluted market cap is 62 mil.
Oh, it doesn't say 62 on my screen. It just says 21.6.
Oh, that's
Okay.
the market cap, but yeah, not the fully diluted. So of the
Okay.
circulating.
Okay. So of the
So
circulating,
yeah, of the circulating. Absolutely right. So
so
yeah,
40,
40
yeah,
something. Yeah.
that seems like pretty significant. So what it feels like is that a lot of the people that are doing this are staking it.
Yeah. I
And
staked it. Didn't they force you to stake it? Like I didn't see a claim only. My only options were to stake it, I'm pretty sure. So I staked mine in Wasabi. I only got 300. Did you find the airdrop was less though? Like I saw Jen with her views got 100,000 pack at current prices. What is that?
yeah,
Um,
I don't know, but like I didn't have to claim it. I just got airdropped.
really? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I claimed mine, unless there was a portion I can. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I claimed mine, or maybe it like tricked me and it just was like, "Hey, you could stake it," and it was already in my wallet, and I just didn't notice I already had it.
That might have been it. Cause like I just got airdropped. I actually didn't do anything with it yet. Cause mine was only worth like $200. But yeah,
Mine was
like
300, but I find the payout was like 50% less for the views I got. I got 1/4 of the views, so I should have got 1/4 of the money, but I feel like it was like 1/8 the money.
mm, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like I said, with this, the question is like, are you bullish on like the team? And when you look around at other coins, like I know that Blast isn't necessarily known as like a meme coin chain. It's currently
Yeah,
known as kind of just like a farming chain and like protocols and casinos and stuff.
yeah.
But it's hard to look at this honestly and say that I think that this coin won't do well. But that's kind of like my thing is I'm thinking about just buying 3 ETH and just staking it for however long and see how much gold I get.
Mm. Yep. Anyways, like you said, let's move on to NFTs, dude. NFTs have been absolutely crushing it this week. There was a ton of gaming NFTs that did really well. We first had, or I guess not first, this is the second one. The first one would have been Paleo, which did this perform where you thought it was going to perform?
Yep.
Currently at zero point 0.4.
Yep.
I knew it wasn't going to go under. There was no chance that Exterior was going to let it go under their min price. So like I went to bed during the airdrop. I didn't care. I could have got out at like 0.5 or whatever. It's currently at 0.4. So it's a 4x if you're still holding from mint. So this one performed really well. Let me just switch networks here so I don't get this message.
I always have to do that now. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, wait. I have to do that. And then, oh my God. Okay. Yeah. So this one did really well. I don't know why the images aren't loading, but I was happy for this one, especially that, it was a guaranteed mint and everything. You didn't have to panic. I liked how they did it. So nice to see a good win. That kicked off the wins. After that, we had Blade of God X, which a much lower supply. It was a lot harder to get. Here we're falling in more to like the whole cabal. I mean, I know they did some giveaways and stuff. If you played their game, it was extremely hard to get. But if you played their game, there was a chance you can get it. I know we did a collab with them. I don't think a single person in my server who played their game, which I was upset for that. We did get a collab to like raffle off some spots, but I'm like, people were grinding at this game every day and they didn't make the whitelist. Like, it's really annoying. I don't like when projects do that. They're kind of they're like holding this carrot in front of you, like, hey, play our game. They boost up their numbers. They use that to raise or for whatever, and then nobody gets rewarded. Like, that's just, I don't know. I just find that annoying. Maybe they should, anybody who played or something, maybe there should be something for their token once they finally do a token airdrop. But the NFT is performing really well, so that's really good to see. It's over 1 ETH. I think the high, it went close to 2 ETH. So that was nice. But then an even bigger banger, which was even more cabally. Wow, everything is selling into bids. Is the Castile mint, which finally happened. Took a while. I know they had announced for like April 20th, and then I don't know why it only minted today. I had whitelist for this one, so I was happy. The cabal privileges. But this one performed really well, dude. It went all the way close to like 3 ETH. Everybody's complaining about this one on the timeline that they couldn't get it. So it's, I find it funny. Why you think you deserve it without doing anything, I don't know. You deserve like a free 7K or 8K. But yeah, dude, this one performed really well. Their game actually looks dope. So this one is really cool. I thought it could be like a L37 style because it's a very low supply. And, the way they went about things and whitelist here and who got it, like it's easy to kind of control the price. There's a lot of whales buying, as I could see, a lot of multi sweeps or people getting bids accepted. But yeah, another gaming one that performed really well. Did you have these? Did you have Blade of God X and Castile?
Blade of God, yeah. Castile, no. I honestly, with Castile, like, I just didn't know that it was minting. Like, I feel like it just came up out of nowhere, and it was just like, I just saw in a group chat, people are like, I just minted this, and I'm like, I just didn't really like pay enough attention to it. I guess I'm sure if I would have asked, I probably could have gotten it. But
It would have costed you. It would have costed you a video or something, buddy.
yeah, but I mean, I'm sure I could have worked something out, but like, yeah, I don't know. I am glad that we're having some good like cabal style like mints that are coming out, because I mean, for what it's worth, even on Blade of God, like the first couple of sales on that were for like an ETH or 1.25, and they did
Wasn't it closer to 2 ETH?
What?
Wasn't it closer to 2? Or maybe I'm thinking of Castile.
Yeah, the first like ones on this were low, and the all-time high for like commons were like 1.8. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so you technically could have flipped this for like 0.5, 0.6 if you were like paying attention. Like, there was a chance to flip in there as well. So I don't think that it's obviously risky. I don't think a lot of people are doing it, but just yeah.
Here, this is what I'm seeing on Twitter a lot. Wait, let me move you, Ash. Every influencer I call Blade of God yearly stages. I don't know what that means. And you could have easily got a 1.4 ETH, dude. Easier to see. What? Ash not wearing a green t-shirt with that win on. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I saw this. Sorry, go.
No, what he's basically saying is that, like, yeah, that he's saying.
Oh, yeah, I get what he's saying. It's easier to see you not wearing that green gray t-shirt than to win whitelist.
Yeah,
because it's hard. Yeah, dude, it's hard to get these stuff. The funny thing is, like, I did mention it in my video, but in my video for these ones, especially Castile, I literally say, like, yeah, it's next to impossible to get whitelist, but if you can get whitelist, because some people do, dude. Some people did get whitelist for Blade of God, and some people did get whitelist for Castile. If you can get whitelist, like, it's a win, dude. You're guaranteed money pretty much. So is it worth if only like 1% of people or even less percent of people get it? That's something you got to decide. And then JB saying here, I hope Avalon doesn't do what Blade of God X did for their game. I mean, I hope they do a low supply. So even I invested in Avalon. I have no idea what their plans are for an NFT. Like, they're keeping that stuff really close to the chest. But yeah, I mean, I want to see them do a low supply NFT, because I know I'm going to get it, right? But obviously I'm biased. But it's like this double-edged sword, dude. If they do a big supply the bigger the supply, the lower the price. Look at I guess more people want that. If you look, this was 3,000 for Palio, 3,333, and more people want that because their odds of getting in are much better, and the flip is less. It's only a 0.3 gain versus a 2 ETH gain here. But if only 3 people get this one versus 1,000 people get this one, obviously people are going to want this, and I'm sure people had double whitelists and stuff like that. Blade of God X does have a collection coming up too for a PFP, so still time to get it. Very good point. So yeah, if they have a PFP coming up and their Genesis is above 1 ETH, the PFP is probably going to cook too. If they do like a 0.1 ETH mint, the first one is free. They usually come in with either free mint for the second one or a paid mint. So if they're charging like 0.1 on the second one, it'll probably be a good flip or a good hold. No, it'll make profit, and then your odds are better of getting in. So hopefully they reward people who played the game too, and not just, obviously I want a whitelist collab to go on, but hopefully they reward people. Here, let me just move you again. I will also be one of those people on Twitter that says I was right on Avalon, but on the flip side, I will not say anything if it isn't successful. That's the life of an influencer. Web3, we got Peyton in the audience from Wolves down there. Yeah, that's the life of an influencer, sir. When you call things, you always talk about it. When you call it and it doesn't pan out, you just delete the tweet. Are you tracking Riftstorm? I am not. Should I be? Is that a project we should be? Some alpha in the audience here.
Never
we
heard
should
of
be
it.
tracking it. No? Of course I've heard of it. No, I think I had a call, right? Riftstorm. Play Riftstorm. Yeah, I'm connected somehow to this one. I forget how. Maybe we did a collab. I'm not even showing it on screen. Let me pull it up. Yeah. It's like a roguelite style game, but with PvP elements. Definitely have to check this one out. 100K wish lists on Steam. Let's go. A lot of people pissed off with Blade of God X.
You
Sorry?
just showed this guy's game for free.
No, this is
he
paid.
baited you.
Okay, that's how I know. Yeah. I've spoken to them before, I'm pretty sure. I have to go through the DMs, dude. It gets lost. If you guys are watching this, reach out to me again. Oh no, dude, I met them. I know what it is now, dude. I have a call with them. I met them in Dubai. Yeah, I have a call scheduled with the founder. No, I like what they're actually doing. So I'm trying to get wireless for this one.
This guy behind the Web3 gaming YouTube account, he totally just got you to pull it up.
Good on you, man. They owe him some money here. Oh, here we got Bornless is also still interesting to watch. I actually really like Bornless as well. Bornless it's like a horror game, and those ones do well, especially on Steam and Epic, because people like those, especially for streamers. When you get scared and all that. But it's like a PvP horror game. We should play it, dude. It would be with the wolves. I played it like a year ago or something. It's really fun. Anyways, moving on with the NFTs. Next, we had Kip Protocol that did well. It was a free mint. It started low. It went to like 0.1. So nice win. Oh, it's nice. I'm still holding. It's currently at 0.14. So that was a nice win. And then we currently have a Cetify-backed project, Paradise Tycoon, although I think they paused their mint. I don't know why. I woke up. I went to check. I don't have whitelist for this one.
I have whitelist.
Okay, mint is live again. Yeah, mint is live. So go mint. I'm going to send you the link.
Paradise Tycoon.
Here, I DM'd you the link.
Dude, this week was there were so many like good.
Somebody says still cannot mint. We'll see if it's live. This is a free one though. Another free mint.
Collection on Sphere Market.
What is Sphere? What chain is this on?
I think it's on Immutable.
Oh yeah, it's on Immutable.
Do you like when projects mint on anything other than ETH?
It's not as good for the volume, but I don't mind it personally.
64 or 65 IMX floor. So what is the price of IMX?
There's a lot of good games coming out. There's Neon Heroes. They're dropping their token on IMX. There's Pixelmon. There's Treeverse. There's a lot of good stuff for tokens on IMX.
Dude, I love Neon Heroes. I thought that was a great game. Yeah, Immutable's at 223. So the floor of that is like $140.
For now, we'll see if it gets swept up or if it goes lower, if there's buyers. They seem to have problems with their mint, though, so that's not
Not ideal.
why Somo is launching their NFT collection. They've been opening eyes from September, but still no details on the mint. They're focused on their token. Why are they not launching? Yeah, they're focused on their token, so they want to make sure their token launch goes smoothly. And then I don't know what their plan is though for their generative collection. Yeah, moving on, we have. Did you get into these? The Altiverse,
Yeah,
the
I
golden
messaged you.
tickets.
Yeah, I messaged you about this. Yeah, we
I
did a
forget.
collab for the silver ones.
I didn't hit.
Um,
I had 5 silvers. I didn't hit on a single one.
I didn't either.
I had 3 golds though. So I posted this pretty much outlining where your break even is if you're investing because you're putting in at the time roughly $775. So you break even if it hits 1 bill FDV, which they're backed by Binance. So a lot of people think that they're going to launch through Binance. Which look, not everything's going to go to 1 bill. Everybody expects everything to go 1 bill. That's not going to happen.
It's the dream.
Yeah, that's the dream. But right now, with the price they're selling at, if you're buying in here, your break even, because from as far as I know, the only utility of these is that you burn it for tokens, right? You get 50,000 tokens with a 10 bill supply. So if you're buying in right now, your break even just moved to 2 bill FDV. That's on day one, by the way, which like we don't have to be obsessed with breaking even on day one. The way I was looking at it, I was like, dude, even if we get to 600 mil FDV, which is a 4x from where they were raising at, it's going to take me 2 months to break even. So for me, it was a no brainer to go all in. I tried for 9 and I got my 3. I didn't hit on any of the raffles, but yeah, right now I sold 1. I'm holding 2. So now I only need like 500 or something, 500 mil, or maybe 600. And I break even, not even 2 months. So I'm sitting pretty on 2 of these. Like I said, I like the team in this project. So day one is the highest price though. Are you talking about Altiverse or for these things? The 0.55. Oh, they went to 0.6. Nice. I
If
missed that.
these go to like 0.35 or 0.4, I'd probably sweep these.
Okay, so what FDV, what price do you expect in the secondary market? Fully diluted market cap.
It's just so impossible to know.
Yeah, but if you're buying at 0.35, because you're burning these for tokens. So what are you expecting?
I think if they go down to 0.35 with the Binance like backed whatever, like that whole thing, and with the team that's behind it, I think that you just play the NFT. Like I feel like if these go down to 0.35, I feel like it would be like as they get closer to the token, kind of like
you buy it as a trade, not to actually burn and claim the token.
kind of like the Kiwi trade. Like remember Kiwi? You have some of those, right?
I think I'm holding all of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
dude.
they're going down though.
Yeah, you could have literally made like 9 or 10 ETH if you would have flipped yours. And now what? Are you break even?
Right now I'm break even if I sell.
Yeah, dude, you like actually made the God trade.
I didn't.
Well, you almost made the God trade. Like you had a God entry. And
I did. No, the people got in at 0.3. They had the God entry, dude.
Right, but I'm saying like,
and that's what happened, dude. Look at all these people. Some weird volume going on here, dude. What is this? The same buyers. One dude dumps on one other buyer. Oh my god. But yeah, this guy had the God entry. This guy got in at like 0.3. All these guys, and they're just dumping. Yeah, dude. The bid farmers are going ham here. It's all the same people dumping on each other. That's crazy, and they're dumping like 20 at a time. It's always rough for the floor, but dude, I still believe in this. The floor is extremely thin. As soon as they say like tokens coming, it'll be fine.
Anyway, know that this isn't about Kiwi, but
yeah,
you made a good entry on that.
Was I not sharing my screen that entire time? Oh
No,
no, I
you
just
were.
switched it. Yeah, okay. What do you all think about the difference of NFT mint prices like Persona? What was Persona mint price? It was like 0.069, right?
Yeah, and then the public one was 0.29.
Yeah, I don't like the public ones. I don't like when they do. It's just a way for them to raise more money. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the project, dude. Like the low supply. It's funny that these low supply ones like this. I mean, dude, okay, there's obviously market making going on, right? Every including Persona, all these projects use market makers. You know, with these like what's the other one? Cast style. Like, how much of the cast style price action do you think is natural versus like the team, you know, kind of cooking things up?
Are you
You don't.
asking?
Yeah, you don't have to answer.
50%.
Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff, like this is something we brought up about Monolith, right? The Monolith trading volume for Somo is like one of the fakest things I've ever seen, and I get why they're doing it, but like I wish they would have done it better. But yeah, I mean, it depends. It's from project to project. Like I like the free mints, obviously, but then what's in it for the team? This is something Jeremy from Exterior brought up. Like you're taking on all this risk. Everybody who buys in the secondary, they didn't mint for free, so they don't care that you minted for free. You made zero money for your mint, and you made zero money for the mint, and now you're taking shit from. This is something that happened with Dimensionals, dude. Like Dimensionals went to like 2 ETH. They're currently sitting at like, I don't know, I haven't checked, but like 0.1 last I looked, and they minted for free. So the team's just like, hey, it was a free mint. Everybody who bought in the secondary, they don't care it was a free mint. So, dude, pricing is one of the trickiest things to get right, because you want to, like, if I launched an NFT, you best believe I'm raising millions of dollars. Like, I ain't launching shit for free, dude. I am milking it. I am making millions, and I am buying a Lambo. For people who are going to get mad, the first thing I'm buying is a Lambo. I'm like, I don't care. um,
That's funny. Yeah, it is like a very weird, like the free mint thing. I get it, but yeah, it's. I think that to what Peyton is saying, he's like, who are the best market makers? I mean, I know of like a couple.
yeah, but I don't think it's something we should answer on the show.
No, I'm not gonna answer it on the show.
26 ETH is unreal for Monolith. Yeah, I agree. It's look at the wallets. It's so easy to spot for those. I haven't looked in. I know Joan is helping with Cityverse. I haven't looked at. I have to look into that one. He's helping with a few. The Machines Arena,
It's
Cityverse, and
cool.
another one.
It's cool.
It's good. I'll
Yeah.
look into it. I got to get that collab. But we went extremely off of this. The show is so unorganized. It triggers my OCD. Let's get back on track here, because there was a lot I wanted to run through, and we're running short on time. Not that we have to get through everything, but Prometheans did their Ruins airdrop. I mean, the price tanked, but the Ruin itself was trading. Let's see. I'm still holding all my airdrops. So what's it at? It's currently, I could have sold this thing for 5K if I would have been here when it originally dropped. It's currently at 27 or 2,800, the airdrop, that is. So it's down a little bit from the combined price, because you could have sold it for like 0.09 Bitcoin. Right now it's 0.016 and then 0.046. So it's down. But I mean, it's still, this is free in general. So I'm still happy with it. I'm just holding all my Rune airdrops. And this is the way I'm playing Runes. Like, I'm not gonna, I haven't sold anything. Even my RSIC that I got from Meme Land, like, I'm just holding it. I think they'll eventually all go up with the next swing of things. DJ, I'm not gonna pull up that comment. Then there's a bunch of Oh, did you see the Trump cards, dude, on Bitcoin?
Yeah, I did. I just clicked it once though. It's like, well, one thing that I'll say about the Trump thing, whoever is running his Web3 like division definitely knows what they're doing. like they are on top of it.
They do, but I feel like it's just oversaturated. I mean, the Bitcoin one's different, and there's not that many, I don't believe, but it's so oversaturated now.
No, he knows. They know what they're doing. Like they
Yeah, I
know.
mean, they made millions, so yeah, they're crushing it. And like with the art and everything, I don't know, yeah, it's just funny overall.
It's a very weird timeline that we're in, dude. Like we're in a weird time.
With the election coming up, I wonder if somebody should do Biden cards, or whoever his opponent is for the election.
Yeah, it's gonna be Biden, but whatever. We're not gonna get on that. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
think
no.
the like his team is definitely on top of it, because they've done like so many drops and they just keep printing and making so much money.
Yeah, the people. Well, I mean, dude, I debated buying just for the content. I wanted to buy and go to the Mar-a-Lago, whatever it's called. Somebody, I know somebody from my community who actually went or is going. I'm not sure if it happened yet, but like, I wanted to go just for the content. Or even you get that VIP ticket, I'm sure people would I'm sure you could sell it on the secondary market. Like, hey, do you want to go have a dinner at Trump's house? I'm sure there's going to be somebody in America who's like, sign me up, and you could flip it. And you could flip all the cards, so you get your money back. You're holding that VIP ticket for free, and then you either go or you sell it.
So on our list, what do you think is like the most, like, what do you really want to talk about here?
Let's just run through, because there's a lot of these, blue chips, blue chips that have news. Let's just run through these quick, and then I wanted to get into some of the token stuff. We have Moonbirds taking away CCO finally, which a lot of people predicted that this would happen. I think it's a good thing, getting rid of the CCO. The way it works is if you did do a project while it was CCO'd, fair game. Anything now, though, you have to own a Moonbird or a Mythic or whatever it is. They're also going to be doing some IRL events. They're going to be doing something at Apefest 2024 in October, which is in Lisbon. And then they're also going to be doing some physicals. So I guess they're going to have some Moonbird toys. Do you think Moonbirds is going to make a comeback this cycle? Like, would you bet on Moonbirds under Yuga Labs?
No, not at all.
Would you bet on Yuga Labs? Like an ape or something?
That's a very interesting question. Because we didn't really talk about the whole like Yuga thing did we, like, in last week? I don't think we did. We didn't talk about that thing that Greg put out. Garga.
I don't think so. No, they did. There is something here, the other side stuff, but I'm not sure what you're referring to.
When Garga announced that they were laying off almost they laid off like a lot of people.
That was last week, wasn't that like a while ago?
No, that was like a couple days ago.
Oh, then I completely missed that. Yo, Trump on fantasy top. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, Garga made an announcement saying that, like, he sent it on their Slack. It's on his Twitter, where it basically said that they were restructuring and that they fired like a lot of people. It's on there. I think you got to scroll down because he's been like a little active. Yeah. So he basically, he's been tweeting a lot, dude.
Yeah.
That's
and
actually
retweeting all this other side stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the layoffs. I mean, restructuring is always good. Sorry for the people who lost jobs, but the only news I followed up on was the other side. They did like a town hall in other side.
I'll go find it.
Yeah, and now they're saying like, hey, you're going to be able to start playing. We're going to get 3,000 plus players, and it's going to be low latency, action gameplay, guns and stuff. And they're also releasing their building kits, so you're going to be able to start building, and there's going to be rewards for building. I didn't check the floor. Other deeds, is it moving? Not really. It's been trading pretty sideways between 0.1 and 0.2.
Check DMs.
I'm hell-bent on transforming Yuga and getting us back to our roots. That means making hard decisions. By far the hardest thing, saying goodbye to team members. Here was our meeting message. Yeah, I'm not going to read through all this, but yeah, you fired a bunch of people. I mean, dude, I think everybody just wants to see them go back. For the apes, at least, they want to see them go back to the club, like making an exclusive club. You want to feel cool holding an ape, dude. Remember we looked at 2 weeks ago, that they pumped to 17, and we said, yeah, this is just going to be a pump and dump. And at least they're at 14 now, but they went back to 15. But it's been a good trade if you're swing trading these. But yeah, I mean, I'm still not buying an ape here, although I don't think it's the worst buy. But I want to see them go back to their roots of like being an exclusive club where I feel cool holding an ape, and I want to flex that I hold an ape. Now I feel apes are just trolled on, or apes are trolling on themselves.
Yeah, I felt very cool when I owned an ape. Like at the time, I will say. But yeah, things have just changed.
Somebody's saying the Bitcoin is going to go back to 49K. That's the low. I keep hearing 52. 49 is lower than what I've been hearing. Garga pretty much selling all the gaming assets to far away. Seems like he's wanting to go back to the NFT as a main focus. Wait, they're getting rid of other deeds or other worlds?
They sold it. They sold all the gaming stuff. They like all of it to far away. And that
was that this thing that you sent me?
That was part of it.
Oh wow. Okay, that's an even bigger announcement. Okay, yeah, here. Part of this start rolling out heavy metal. Okay, I remember they sold heavy metal. But they okay, but they okay, not other side. You're saying they sold heavy metal and all that.
Yeah, so they
Yeah,
sold.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's clarification. They sold Heavy Metal Legends of Mara, which enables us to focus on our gaming efforts on 3D other side.
The Legends of Mars is a weird one because wasn't it tied to the other side?
I don't know. I haven't kept up enough with it to really know.
Yeah, Legends of Mara, there was stuff to do with other side and to do with your quotas. So that's a weird one. Other side is pretty much the only thing they're keeping. Yeah, it's good that dude. How much flood would they have got if they sold other side after how much money they raised for it and they made us burn and how down bad people are? Like, dude, people are down 95% if you count gas. So yeah, people would have been pissed. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I kind of like that they sold all this stuff. I had heard before they started doing all these games. I had heard. Let me just get rid of this message. Yeah, I had heard. I knew they were going to do these 4 games because I spoke to some gaming studios that Yuga had reached out to because they wanted help building these games. So I knew they were going to do all these side games, and I thought it was just going to be like uh, games while we're waiting for other side, like hey, Dookie Dash, and then they just forget about Dookie Dash. You know, it was just going to be like one-offs that they're just doing and then they forget about. But then they really started building on the whole heavy metal and building on Legends of Mara, and I think people were just getting pissed because there was a lot of NFTs, so it was diluting their supply. And people felt it was taking away their focus from other deeds, even though, like I said, they hired other studios to help with that. So it didn't necessarily hurt them in that way. But yeah, and then moving on from this stuff, we have we have D Gods and Utes are bridging back to Solana. uh, I'm not part of these ecosystems. I mean, I don't mind them, but yeah, do you think it was the right move bridging back to Solana? That maybe I saw Easy say like this is a deflationary from them because how many people are not going to bridge out of like didn't bridge out of Polygon and then didn't bridge out of whatever ETH or wherever, I forget how many chains they've been on now, but it's like they're just going to bridge to all these chains, and it was pretty funny. It become deflationary. Do you think this saves DGods going back to Solana?
Can you make the screen big?
Yes.
Nobody cares what chain it is on. Like, no one gives a single shit, dude. Like, just gonna straight up say it. Like, I don't know why there has always been like this emphasis on what chain it is on. Like, it's like that has always been like this grand finale. Like, just to like just straight up say it. I don't like every time I hear about like different chains and stuff, I'm just like, dude, no one cares. That's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much talking about like the tech, the underlying tech of your project. Like some people are gonna, find it interesting, but the mass majority of people are just gonna be like, okay, like I don't care. They just want something to happen. But I do think there is a Solana army that might care about them more now that they're coming back to Sol.
Maybe. And maybe
Um,
that's part of the reasoning. But like the thing is this like now you have half your collection on one chain, half your collection on another chain. It just seems like the thing that bothers me is that like I was actually gonna make a skit video about this, and I probably will. How Frank would always say, like, we're gonna break the internet with this announcement, like it's gonna be viral content, like viral this and like whatever. And it's just like it's always just been like about like a chain or like these things that don't really make any difference to like the holders at all. Like that's the thing. So yeah, it's just weird. Like I get that he's trying to like stir up some excitement and he's trying to do something, but for me the chain is just not it.
Yeah, I feel like they just don't know what to do. Like we want to see other stuff. It's like, okay, why would I buy a D God? Like what's going to happen? What am I going to get for my money? They're just they've redone the art like a million times and they've bridged different chains a million times. So it's like what what am I getting for my money here? They're too focused. It reminds me of my startup days where all we would do was build and we wouldn't actually, go out to get clients or see if anybody wants to use our app. All we're focused on is the tech. It's like that's all they care about, but nobody's going to adopt your product if that's all you're focused on. Peyton here saying, how can you go back to it? I'll be keeping an eye on the Solana OGs to see if they come back with if they come back to open, or if they're welcomed with open arms, I think is what he meant. But yeah, I don't think anybody's going to care, or some people will. But here we have, you tweeted about this. Three Landers is for sale. If we got any buyers in the audience,
That was my tweet.
Yeah, I got it pulled up here. Current floor is $35, dude. Yeah, this is just so weird. It's like, what are they thinking? Like, especially doing this publicly.
Okay.
Maybe somebody's gonna come buy it, but
okay. So here's even this is the worst part. So you know how you have that pulled up?
yes.
Look at this right here. Look at this chain of events. Just pull this up real quick. I went and found it. Oh, sent it to the wrong person. Check that out. Pull that up.
Be careful. I don't own this account and will never sell my license. Be careful. Wait, who the F owns the three Lander? Who's Stubby?
He's the other co-founder.
So it's for sale. It's not. No, I think it's a scam. Someone who has the assets to try to do something bad. I have no plans for Three Lander since I can't fully control everything. Okay, so it's not even for sale. It's just somebody trying to scam.
No, it's like this Three Land boy is one of the one of the co-founders, and then the other co-founder is Stubby.
Okay,
So,
so it's just Stubby on his own trying to do something, and this guy doesn't agree that he's selling it.
It's just like founders, like co-founders, like just imploding, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the final way. I mean, the other way is what we saw with this. I have in the notes with Cool Man. The other way is they should have done a Three Landers token.
They should have, dude. Like, actually,
it probably would have made money too. Cool Man's Universe did a not so cool man's thing when they dropped a token. Dude, I planned that one too.
That was so cheesy, dude.
They did a not so cool man thing when they they dropped a coin, but apparently like they sniped a few people documented it. Like they sniped their own coin. Yeah, poor Roxy. Roxy got wrecked. Did you see the chain of Roxy's messages where he's like, "There's going to be some dope pre-sales this week," and then his next tweet was, "I'm down 100 soul on like Tree or something."
Yes, he DM'd me and he basically was like, "Check this out." I looked at it and I was like, "Okay," and then I ended up going on my couch, taking a nap because my cat like came and laid on me, so I like couldn't get up. Fell asleep for 2 hours, missed it, didn't send for the pre-sale, and then they deleted the tweet. So yeah, that was funny, but not for him. But it kind
of. So basically, yeah, they waited before saying the contract, which I don't think is. Some people are saying this is sketchy, but apparently they sniped their own token. Which, look, a lot of projects do this. I've seen it a lot, and sometimes it's a good thing. It's not just for them to dump. Yeah, if they're buying it, they could just give themselves a team allocation. But
they were dumping.
No, agreed. No. In their case, it was bad. But I'm saying in general, like I've seen a lot of team of successful coins do. Look at Brett, dude. They got accused. Yeah, they sniped all their stuff, and it was whitelisted. But dude, they needed to do that to take the coin higher. If not, some random sniper is going to do it, and he's going to nuke your coin. It's the medium here. Where you have to control the supply for it to work. So they did it, and they did it the incorrect way. But there are teams who do that. It's not like an immediate red flag. But yeah, this is just a pump and dump. They dumped on everybody. So not very cool of them. But cool. It is what it is. And then we had some airdrops this week. A lot of people were pissed about Eigenlayer. There's some really good memes going around. Where people staked money, a good chunk of ETH for a while, and they only got, from my understanding, they only got a small amount unlocked on day one, and they're unsatisfied with their allocation. I think they increased it, but yeah, this is my other opinion. Like a lot of people are crying. This is what happened with Manta. Like I was pissed. Look, I was pissed in the end with Manta because they held my money for so long, but I think I put in 20 ETH, and then I got like 80 ETH of invites. So I got a healthy amount. Like I made 5 figures off of Manta, but I know people who staked like thousands of dollars and they got literally like they got $80 and they were really upset. That I understand, especially because your money's locked or you have to take an L on it. That would really trigger me. But for a lot of these things where people are complaining for these free airdrops where like all you have to do is farm on Twitter and they're pissed that they're only getting a few $100s, like, dude, what do you expect? Or the other one is like when I see people complain about whales. So Azuki, right? Azuki is doing their points. And I dropped a video about this. And you right now, there will be free quests, but right now you need to own an Azuki or an elemental or a bean in order to actually start getting points.
And I like that.
Me too, but I'm seeing some comments on my YouTube video on it where like the rich get richer. And I was just like, yeah, duh, dude. Like if you put $1 million into a token, but then the token's giving everybody money for free and you're getting the same as people who have no money in the wouldn't you dump that token? Wouldn't you be pissed? Like same thing for meme land. I saw people complaining like, oh, it's a whales game. Like, yeah, dude. what do you think? Like if I'm putting $1 million into a floor, I better be rewarded. I'm like holding up the floor for you. Should I dump my assets on you? And then you're pissed as well that whales are dumping because they're not being, and then they give the team shit. Like you need to take care of your whales. Like people are just, they'll never be happy, man. They'll just always complain.
Yeah, I find that there is a certain demographic of crypto Twitter and just like the space in general where they like for some reason it's a lot like society where it's like they feel like the rich people should not be getting richer and that like the money should flow like down to like the not like as rich, but like it's look, one of the reasons why I run my group, I don't know if this is one of the reasons why you run yours, but like one of the reasons why I run my group is because I like to provide opportunities to people in my group so that they can go out and really crush it. Like there was a couple people in my group that ended up making 6 figures. One of them was like he made it on pups. Like I have another friend who's been crushing it like in shit coins like recently, and it like makes me happy knowing that these guys are like stepping into that world of like, okay, now I have liquidity, now I can play some of these games. But the fact is like a lot of what goes on in the space is a whale game. But at the same time, like you have to think about it like this. If you're a whale, I saw that who was it? The taxed guy, I think, on he's like #1 on fantasy. Serpent Taxed, I think is his name. You have to think about it like this too. If you do have like millions of dollars and you're putting it into Azuki's, like you're doing a couple different things there. Like you're taking a massive bet on the collection, so you have to risk it. So they're taking risk, right? And at the same time, like let's say that you go and you buy them and you transfer them, it's like you're moving like expensive assets. There's a lot of risk that comes with like even staking on Blast. Like if you put money into Munchables, my point, money, you have to think that you have to be savvy enough and safe enough to be able to like risk it in a way that's worth it. And that's one of the reasons why these people are rich and other people aren't, because they're not really willing to take risk.
Yeah,
Sorry.
agreed. A lot of people discount the risk that they're taking from holding certain assets, from like you said, Munchables, like deploying into certain protocols. Protocol gets really popular. They're able to raise a lot more money, and then the airdrop is even better. So yeah, whales do deserve to be rewarded because they're providing so much value, way more than just money. Like um, they deserve to be rewarded. And I say this as not a whale. I mean, I bought my Azuki for the video and then I sold it. It's not where I want to allocate my, and dude, the price has been going up. I could have made a little bit of profit if I just held on to it, but same thing for elementals, that they've all been going up. So I like seeing this. I like seeing Azuki succeed. I've just been burnt on Azuki multiple times. So I'm just kind of like, do I want to trust them for their token? Or that this is like, is it their last liquidity pool here and they're just going to wreck and people are going to get wrecked and be disappointed? The floor is going to go too high. The airdrop's not going to be big enough, or so I don't know. I'm not really willing to take that risk. And then the last one, layers. It's funny. All the memes that I saw going around were, let me go find it. It was actually really funny. right here. Airdrops. Can I open this in? Yeah, open in browser. Yeah, this one. It was like this. I guess that's Eigenlayer's thing or whatever that is, and they beat him up, and then you just have ZK Sync and Layer Zero watching from behind the door, like, oh shit, we better deliver. So now they're like, hey, snapshot 1 is complete. That's another FUD I saw for Eigenlayer. Somebody had staked for 3 months, and one day, millions of dollars. One day after the snapshot's taken, they pull their money. Like they had the information that, hey, the snapshot's done, take your money back. Everybody else had to leave it because they didn't know, and this guy was able to go deploy that money elsewhere. Again, that's part of a network. So you could cry and complain, but if I had that info, I would have done the exact same thing, dude. So Layer Zero, I think this one's coming soon. I also heard ZK Sync is coming relatively soon. So hopefully we get both of them in May. That would be huge. I think that would be really good. But on the other side, I understand projects like even Friendtech, you know, they had delayed. I heard rumors that they were delaying till Sunday. If they did, I wouldn't have been mad because I completely understand why would you want to launch your token in this current environment. I know now we have a little bounce. We're back above, I think we're back to 61K or something on Bitcoin, but why would you want to launch a token or a project in this environment? I saw DJ in the audience before was saying, guys, where are all these TGEs that are supposed to happen? A lot of the TGEs, if you're launching through a tier 1 exchange, you're at the whims of the marketplace. So like if you're launching through Binance, Binance is telling you when you're launching. You're not telling them. If they tell you, hey, you're launching in 5 weeks and you want to go through them, you're launching in 5 weeks. So it's not in their control. But yeah, I mean, I'm just, it's two things. One, they're at the whims of the marketplaces. And then two, like, do you really want them to launch in this environment? Yeah, little rant. We got some people chatting. I don't know if they know each other in the audience.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. And like I don't really have too much else on that because yeah, it's like especially with Binance, it's like, yeah, if you're lucky enough to get something going with Binance, like you just do what they say.
Yeah, because then your token's going to launch and your holders are going to be much happier. Like, why didn't you launch through Binance versus like, oh, dope, you launched through Binance. They're going to be happy for the wait in the end.
Yeah.
I guess last one I had on a list here, Rumble Kong. I'm doing pretty good farming this one. Although the bots have coming in now. I'm pissed at the bots. I asked the team, they're going to cleanse some of these bots. So whoever's botting are going to get wrecked. Where's the leaderboard? Boom. Where am I now? Let me pull it up, actually. Boom. I am 6th, but some of these guys, look at this guy botting. Like, he was invited by him, and they're getting all these invites. You're botting, bro. I hope they ban him. But I've been farming this one.
Will.
Yeah. They announced a partnership with Gatorade, which is really cool to see. Official partnership for Rumble Kong. Do you remember this collection, dude? This is like a collection from the 2021.
Yeah, I remember when Steph Curry was repping it.
He was? Okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Let me look it up real quick.
I know these NFTs, or I believe they're going to get an airdrop. So they're you know, for 2021 collection, they're priced at 0.27 currently. GM, a little bit late. Nice to see you here, Parker. Thanks for showing up. Paradise Tycoon Mint rescheduled. Yeah, I don't know what their issues were. Blast better reward me heavily for holding my money for so long. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people are upset about that. I mean, the points, it's based on how much you put in. You got to think, right? The whales put in, you know, millions of dollars and it was held there for a long time. So they want to get rewarded too. But now you have to be farming that gold, that blast gold, and farming the points. I wonder how much I'm going to get for my points versus gold. I really haven't gotten much gold. Now I am, though. Hopefully I get rewarded for the gold. But I'm going to have to take some bigger risks. I'm just losing money on the sports betting. I've only had literally lost I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm guessing, dude. I don't watch sports. But apparently the gold distribution is good. So we'll see. I got 1 gold so far. Which is valued, right? It's trading for like what, $5, and I saw NFT stats is valuing gold like $18. So that is not covering my losses. Best way to farm gold. We covered this at the beginning, so we won't get into it. But I'm going to be, and maybe Ash as well, doing videos on how I'm farming. But you should follow Jen on Twitter. Like, she drops videos on this. Yeah, her pinned video from April 21st, so 2 weeks old, on how she's farming right now, like what her strat is. And if you check on, like, she drops videos on YouTube too. she covers all this stuff, like what are the best ways to farm and stuff. So I would look at her channel for that. Does staking your Blur do anything? Yeah, if you stake Blur, you're going to be getting points. Staking through Blur, you're getting points as well. It was Blur Foundation. I was staking for a while and then I pulled it. And Blur, I don't know what the price of Blur is right now. It had gone down by 50%, so I was happy I sold it despite missing out. Okay, it's back to 40 cents, so I'd be down 30% if I didn't sell, or even more. Yeah, okay, I still have 31 million points from farming it, but yeah, if you stake it, you're going to be getting points over time. Mooner Dust or on Yellow Games for Blast is on air. Not Mooner, it's Mooner Doom. Yeah, Mooner Doom. He said the show name. I thought about that too when I saw Mooner Dust.
Yeah.
When I saw Mooner Doom, I mean, oh, you found the Steph Curry thing?
Mm-hmm. He's
That's
just
cool.
wearing like a Rumble Kongs like hoodie or beanie.
That's cool. Yeah. And hoodie. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Mooner. But guys, this is straight gambling. I wasn't even showing it on screen. Here's the Steph Curry wearing it. And then yeah, this is the game. I mean, dude, this is straight gambling. You're gonna lose money, okay, if you do this. But I've been farming points. But yeah, it's addictive, dude. I'm telling you, poke the bear is addictive, bro. Especially when you play with a friend. It's very addictive. The one that I suck at, I haven't won yet, is YOLO Wheel. I just feel like I'm literally setting money on fire. Especially when last second somebody comes in with like 7 ETH and then they have like a 90% chance of winning. You're like, man, why did I enter? Let's go see the history here. 42.
I'll do some YOLO. I'll play some YOLO.
Look, this guy won. There was 2.5 ETH on the line. He put in 0.05 and he won. So like this is obviously like what you want to happen, but it's rare that it happens. But the guy hit a 50x on his money. And dude, there's some people who, it's crazy. I see some people come, they put in 6 ETH to win like 0.4 and they win most of the time, but it's like you're risking so much money to win such a small amount. It's crazy.
I've seen that too. I saw a couple tweets where there was like a guy who put up like 80 ETH to win like 1 ETH and then he lost. Like, could you like imagine that, dude? But I mean, the odds are so, you have to be so unlucky for that to happen.
Yeah, but it's gonna happen. Like, you know, once in every 80, it's gonna happen. What do you guys think of Pirate Nation booty points? I haven't really followed it. Somebody asked me about this the other day, so maybe I'll look into it. And their Discord pirate talk requirements. I don't know what that is, but I haven't looked into this one. I really haven't played it, so it's something I gotta run some Mooner Doom live.
Yeah,
we could do that. Sorry,
I haven't looked into that game either.
Yeah, we could do a gambling stream. We did some for Looks Fair. Both Ash and I did some, but they funded it, so it wasn't our money. You know, we're playing with their money.
This house money.
And if we lose, we get nothing. If we win, we get to keep our profits, basically. There's no way I'm gambling. Bro, Soul Crash. Ask Captain, dude. I get so bored, and I go from betting like 0.1 Soul to like 3 Soul. It's dangerous. Anyways, dude, I have a call in 10 minutes. So we're going to end the stream here. Appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you. We do this every single Friday from 10:30 till supposed to be 11:30, but sometimes we go over. There was a lot to talk about today, so hopefully we covered it all. I saw Ash, you were taking notes, so we'll get some timestamps because there's sometimes people who say, "Yo, put the timestamps." We'll try to put it. Appreciate everybody for watching. We drop videos all the time. Follow us both on YouTube and Twitter. We'll be back for the stream next Friday. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Ash, say goodbye.
See ya.
There you go.